Buttons help hold things together, and these buttons are the same as you would have on your shirt or a pair of trousers, but this time the application is a decorative one because in the middle of your Suffolk puffs you've got a raw edge there. So by putting a button over the top of it and sewing it on quite securely, you make it look a little bit prettier. And as I said, you can have these on clothing or have them anywhere else. Once you've learnt to sew on a button, it's all exactly the same. I've got a bit of a mixture here. In fact, this shows that you don't have to have matching buttons or matching Suffolk puffs either. It's just part of the pattern. Some buttons have 2 holes, and they're easy. You just sew from hole to hole. Some of them have 4 holes, and I've just noticed actually that I did vary the pattern here, so I can show you. You can either do a cross diagonally, so you get a little cross stitch in the middle, or you can sew from that hole to that hole and that hole to that hole, so that you get 2 anchoring points. It depends what you're after, or indeed, as I've done here, you can do both. So how do we do that? Well, I've got a button, which is a good start. It's a 4-hole button. We need the thimble again because pushing the needle through 3 layers of fabric is quite hard on your fingers. Now, the first thing you do is on the right side, you anchor the thread. Now, I do that a couple of times. Now, you notice there's a bit of a tail there on that knot. Just snip it away. Nothing bad happens there. That's not a fault. You won't see it. And then we introduce the button. Put the button over the top and you hold it in place with the thumb that you're not using. And then you go down and you come up again through one of the holes, and finding the holes is not as easy as it sounds, but again, just stab around till you find it. You'll find the hole or you'll find your finger, and it won't be long before you stop finding your finger. Keep going and sew like that. Now you might do this 3 or 4 times until it's secure, and then on the last pass, so we've got the buttons actually sewn on there now, it's not going to go anywhere. On the last pass, you come up through the back and then go down between the button and the fabric to keep the needle on the right side of the fabric. Now grab it and wind it round a bit and give it a small tug, not a very strong one because you'll break the thread, and then go straight in through this bit here, like so, and then get your scissors and snip off quite close to that. That is a securely sewn on button, and it won't go anywhere at all. You can use the same for children. I was going to tell you really to be careful about using buttons with children. I'm sure you don't need to be told that, but sew them on extremely securely, or if your child is under 3 or you're a little bit concerned about whether your child is old enough to be near buttons on things like this, don't put them on because you can easily leave them off. They are a bit of a choking hazard. But other than that, it makes a really pretty decorative edge.